Yeah, hello. For an update for today, I am heading towards San Antonio, Texas. I just left Dallas, I think. I ended up spending the night there. I went to a mega church. It was the third largest mega church in America. But I think that number's kind of deceiving because they have multiple campuses. I think they combine all those, and they also have multiple services. So it really didn't look that much bigger than a normal mega church, but it was so cool. It was all virtual. So it was just like a screen. You just watch the video of someone preaching somewhere else. But I mean, he was dedicating like specifically to us, maybe just because there's so many campuses. But yeah, I went there. And I went to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Dallas. You can't just see the museum for some reason there, so I also saw a 3D movie, 7D movie, which was the same 7D movie I saw somewhere else, exact same picture, but it was still fun. And then I went on down to Waco. In Waco, Texas, I saw the Mammoth National Monument. It was the first evidence of like a whole nursery, which I think is a fancy word for herd of mammoths in North America. Wasn't much there, like a total of like 1 mile of walking trails, and then but then I also went to a Homestead Heritage, which is like a quasi Amish little commune, kind of like Caneyville or something. But it was a Sunday, so they were all kind of closed. It was kind of more of a drive-by. I was able to stop by and see everything. And then I went to Baylor University. That's where probably my favorite New Religious Movement scholar is. So I figured I'd check that out while I'm here. Kind of the same as other universities, like a bigger version of Wright State. And that the building still didn't look very cool. It was just brick buildings. And then I went to the Davidian Seventh-day Adventist group, their headquarters, which is a split off of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, where they have their own. It sounds like they don't have their own. They said they don't have their own church building, but there's definitely a church building there. But they said they try to reform the Seventh-day Adventists from the inside out, which I don't know how that works because they follow a completely different prophet. So anyway, I went there to visit them, and then I hopped on over to the Branch Davidians, who are also in Waco, Texas, and the original Branch Davidians apparently live somewhere else. Couldn't find them, but the people who control that compound now is a splinter group from the Branch Davidians who don't think David Koresh is a prophet. I think they think that he was a prophet, but they don't follow him anymore, whereas the other group still does follow him. David Koresh was the guy in the Branch Davidians, had a huge siege in Waco, Texas, where there's like, I think like 80 people were killed. So I went there. There's like a little monument. It was all closed. I had to break in, which it's weird breaking into someone like it's their holy land. You know, they believe that's where the second coming of Christ is going to be, and where the great prophet David Koresh was killed. So it's weird breaking into a holy land. But I did, and saw a little monument. There's not much there. There was a pool that there's not much there. They're basically just a monument. And so now I'm heading out towards San Antonio. I'm heading to on the way. I'm going to be stopping by the birthplace or childhood house or something of the greatest president to ever exist, the most historically significant president ever, the great Lyndon B. Johnson. So maybe I can find out what Mr. Johnson is up to. Lyndon sounds like a girl's name, but it's probably a guy because he's president. See what he was up to in his presidency. and then there's a couple Ripley's museums down there, and then I'll be heading down to the very southernmost part of the United States, and seeing some national monuments there. I'm going around. Since it's going down, it's going to add another 7.5 hours of driving, so like another day. That'll be cool. I might go swimming down there. I think that's going to be my best chance for swimming in the ocean this whole trip, probably. I think my only real chance is going to be in California, which is on the Pacific Ocean, which doesn't really. The Pacific Ocean has a lot of rocks and cliffs. There's not really good beaches there. And probably the ones that are there are within the cities, and they're going to be crowded. It's California. I mean, it's going to be like LA and San Francisco and San Diego and stuff. So, yeah. So I'll probably just try swimming down here in the Gulf of Mexico, which is the ocean you kind of have to settle for, but it'll be fun though. I had fun in Mississippi when I went there. I think Matt said there's little tiny jellyfish that will sting you. We gotta look out for. And I gotta make sure I don't swim too far and end up in Mexico by accident. You can't find my way back. But yeah. Anyway, I'll go there. I think I'll see like a bunch of sea turtles, like all 5 of Texas's native sea turtles are there, and there's also like a battle that happened down there, so I don't know, but yeah, and then I'll start making my way. I'll finally be able to visit a national park for the first time in a while since the hot springs, the Guadalupe Mountains, and then I can start kind of going to New Mexico and seeing cool stuff there, which is exciting. But yeah, today was I feel like I didn't travel very far yet, but there's kind of surprisingly a lot to do in Waco. There's like 5 different places I stopped by there, 4 of which had to do with new religious movements, which is kind of a lot for just a very small town in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, probably going to just drive a couple hours, find a place to crash, and then wake up early and see the great Lyndon B. Johnson place tomorrow. Head to San Antonio for some Ripley's Museum. So yeah, see you later.